So you know how Sanji calls NAMI-SWAN as a term of endearment, right? I think that's one of those jokes that has turned into a full-on character and will now probably become a character permanently, presumably, because back in the Alabasta arc, of course, Sanji fights Mr. Two, also known as Bon Clay, also known as Betham of the Wild, right? And he has the clone fruit. And based on events done previously in the arc, he has the copy of Nami's body in his big clone fruit Rolodex, right? So he turns into Nami to taunt Sanji, but he is styled after a swan, and his Okama Kenpo makes references to him being dressed like a swan, and he even attaches his swan-headed ornaments onto his feet to extend the length of his kicks, right? So that's the joke. Nami has been a swan technically through the copying of Bon Clay. And seeing as how this is such a big joke that's ingrained within the series, I have said this in the past too, that I think even as the new queen of level 5.5 and Impel Down, Bon Clay will probably become Nami permanently. Because a weird thing has happened in video games like One Piece Burning Blood, in which he somehow has the post-time skip variation of Nami in his clone fruit Rolodex. Now, of course, video games are non-canon, but it's weird that that's even being presented as a DLC costume in a video game. And not to make a big deal out of video games, but it does make you think, could this be what he looks like in the future, making the NAMI-SWAN joke permanent? Even though we've seen him as himself, presumably in a cover story, that doesn't necessarily mean that's how he'll look moving forward if we ever see him again. Because I have always thought that his real face now has been melted due to his confrontation with Magellan, much like how Ivankov seemingly suffered the same fate, but was saved by the makeup that they always wear. So yeah, that's just something to think about. But with that being said, give me your thoughts and tell your friends about Polypede. What?